This video is about using Excel for teaching and learning accountability as well as grading. What I'm going to do now is go over how to set up your spreadsheet so that you can calculate grades efficiently. We will be creating a spreadsheet for a class of 30 students as specified in this assignment, and your students will have fictitious gender and age and grades. We're going to start first by creating cognitive written test scores and cognitive observational test scores, and I'm going to use an example to show you how you can do this with your own assignment. So the first thing you need to do is open up the cognitive assessment that you developed and get an idea of how much the weight is. In this case, the specific weight for the written assessment will be 30% out of 100. And based on the questions, we need to determine what the raw score range will be. So here we have 1 point, 2 points, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. So going back to our Excel sheet, we need to make sure the Excel sheet reflects this information. So as per the assignment, I want you to label your columns: student, gender, age, the written score, and then we'll need a weighted written score. Okay. So rather than naming 30 students, I would just like you to label your student names by numbers, and a quick way to do this is to copy and then drag all the way down to, in this case, 31. Because we have already labeled our first row, pushing our student numbers down. And then you can have an equal distribution of males and females. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even. Just so you have some variability. Okay? And then you can fill in the age based on the range you expect for your particular class that you established at the beginning of the semester. And then in this case, we want to make sure that we have scores that are reflecting the range of our tests. So here in this column we want raw scores, and in this case the raw scores will range between 0 and 12, because it is feasible that some students could get none of the questions correct, which would yield a 0. Before we do that though, I want to make sure we add this column, which I'd like you to do for all of your assessments. I'm sorry, it's not a column, it's a row. Inserting like so. So what I did was I highlighted the second row and I chose insert, and then all the columns got pushed down. And this is what we're going to call our dummy column. Okay? So here we want to put the perfect score of 12 and then fill in randomly scores that reflect possibilities in the range from 0 to 12. All right?